What's going on, Met fans? We are currently top 5 in the New York Mets versus Philadelphia Phillies. 2-1 as the New York Mets are leading right now. Griffin Canning is in a bit of trouble. Men on first and second with the dangerous Kyle Schwarber coming up right now. But so far, the Mets have missed out on some opportunities. Obviously, you had the quick stolen base attempt that ended up getting Acuna thrown out at third base with Lindor on deck. Also, you had Soto on deck, and there was only one out at the time, so it could have potentially limited the New York Mets scoring opportunities. But we're at where we are at right now. Hopefully, Canning can get out of this jam. The Mets were able to chase Suarez out of the game early, but they have not capitalized on facing the bullpen, as Oscar Brazaban is currently up in the bullpen. We got a 1-0 count to Schwarber right now. Canning deals ground ball to first base. Alonso fields it, taking himself for the second out of the inning. Currently, Canning is having a solid start. He's facing a great lineup, 79 pitches through 4 2/3 right now. Let's see if he could finish this off. I'd love to see him go through 6, not have to see Brazaban come in until the 7th. Hold off on this bullpen, but I would like the Mets offense to start to get going. You can't chase a guy like that, as Castellanos hitting 282 is coming to the plate, but you can't chase a starter like that and only end up with 2 runs, of course, courtesy of hopefully the MVP this year, Francisco Lindor, as Kenny gets ready to deliver the 0-0 as Castellanos swings and misses at a curveball well out of the zone in the dirt. Torrens is diving all over the place back there, saving this game. But I want to give you guys a quick shout out. Thanks so much for joining me on this Tuesday night. Hopefully the New York Mets can win tonight's game, hold on to this lead, take another series as we head into the third game tomorrow, potentially sweeping the Phillies and taking a massive division lead early on. Cannon's going to be delivering the 0-1 right now to Castellanos, low and well out of the zone. But shout out to everyone who's joining us currently over on X, on Facebook, and on YouTube. If you're enjoying this content over here, Dan and I usually typically provide, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. That's what most likely helps the show. Appreciate you guys checking in. The 1-1 from Castellanos, barely inside from Canning, but it's good to see Canning currently throwing 94 miles an hour this far into the game at 82 pitches. He's flirting with danger here. Hopefully he's able to overcome it, but hope everybody's having a great night. What a beautiful day it was today as Kenny gets ready to deliver the 2-1 changeup on the outside corner. That might have been a cutter, actually, to Castellanos. 2-2. The crowd standing up, getting going. I have the guys in my ear. Obviously, I'm not able to share the audio right now, but hopefully Kenny can get through this right now. This would be a major out. Yeah, Ronnie's saying throw that exact same pitch, that cutter away. Got in the chase at the first one. Canning delivers 2-2. Strike 3. Castellanos swings well out, a slider out of the zone, to get that third out. Tell you one thing, what a pickup Canning has been. $4.5 million by David Stearns. He's been lights out. He's pumped and gives a roar to the crowd on his way to the bench. What's going on, Jonathan? Appreciate you checking in with us. Loyal guy to the channel, as always. Appreciate you. Christopher Sanchez, get well soon. You know what? I will say this. Although we knocked him out early, Jonathan, we got to keep things in perspective here. If we're calling a spade, as I got my guy here, Dan Bartels, about to join me a little late to the program, but that's okay. We got to see Griffin.
Yes, sir.
Boy,
Yes, sir.
right, huge out right there. But listen, the Mets have not capitalized. We got to capitalize against this Phillies bullpen, Dan. You can't chase Christopher Suarez, arguably their second best pitcher right now, out early in the game and not capitalize.
Yeah, left forearm soreness. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, Mets got him out of the game early. That's good. We were under the assumption that we knocked them out of the game. I thought, the Mets got to the Phillies bullpen, but no, an injury is never good. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I was kind of in and out to start the game. I had the baby. Now she's down. And we're up and running, baby. I will say that. Lewis, appreciate you checking in as always. You're a loyal guy to the channel. Let's go Mets. Are the Mets still tied for the best record in MLB? I'm not totally sure right now.
Yeah.
See, the Yankees are 14-10. What a division. You see that right there? The top 3 teams all within a game and a half. The Tigers are leading the American League Central, 14 wins, 14 wins. You have it's going to be the National League, of course. The Mets are at 16-7. Yep, the Padres 16-7. Dodgers are 16-7. The Giants are 15-9, and Arizona's 13-9. Obviously, you can clearly see they haven't played a ton of interdivision games there, but what a battle they got going over there in the West End.
Yeah, and I was looking at the scores, Ray. The Dodgers down 5-4 to the Cubs mid-4th, so still too early to call there, but the Dodgers losing. But the Padres are winning. They're up 2-0 in the 9th over the Tigers, so they will probably improve to 17-7. If all else holds, obviously, in the Mets game, they'll improve to 17-7. Some good stuff. Mets Padres. Maybe we have a 2022 wild card rematch, or maybe a divisional rematch at this rate.
Yeah, we got to wait to see how those guys beat up on it on one another. But Nelson checks in. Starters going deeper as of late. Penn will be very important tonight. Totally agree with you. I'm hoping Canning can throw one more inning, just one more inning, and hopefully the Mets, at the top of the lineup and Lindor's up, can tack on a run or two here against Ross. Ross is currently at 32 pitches entering the bottom 5th. First pitch is that was up and out of the zone, but they did call it a strike. Dan, sing "My Girl" in a minute. That's from Nelson.
Yeah. How much you paying me, Nelson, bro? You know, like, give me a spot.
You're like, how much of a super chat is that worth?
Yeah.
No,
that's funny. But yeah,
there we go.
Lindor
1-1 to Lindor. Lindor's just absolutely scorching hot. Might be the hottest hitter in all of baseball right now.
Yeah.
Seven for 11, 3 home runs against Joe Ross. Gary just said, wow. The 1-1 fouled back, 1-2. And Dan, how about again in a big spot? Soto comes up, another line drive right at somebody. We keep talking. I feel like we talk about this every single night. You know,
I know it's frustrating. You know, Ray, you get a fan base that pays a guy. Well, we didn't pay him anything, but there's a lot of money. The whole
believe me,
sports
we're
world
paying them. Those
watching.
ticket prices went up.
Yeah, I mean,
I bet
always,
you that was one of the harder shots that there was tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, darn it. It actually just showed the result. I hate that. Savant's so early. Strikeout by Lindor here.
Go back 10 seconds. But yeah, Lindor strikes out. Peterson tomorrow versus Zach Wheeler. We all remember him.
All right, we got the 0-1 to Soto. I'm trying to catch up here. For some reason, it does that. Broken bat bloop, left field. And Bonk is able to catch it.
That's why in the first inning, I know we weren't watching the game together, but I was saying to myself, you know, get that second run across if you can for moments like this where we're sitting here in the 5th inning saying we wish we had that extra run right now.
I know, and you know what bothers me the most? And you know, I'm not a professional hitter, obviously, but when Soto had that post game, when he had it was the other night when he hit that double to left center field, his first sentence out of his mouth was, well, what were your thoughts going to the at bat? He's like, go yard. I tried to go yard, and then when I got down, I adjusted. But I don't. How much do you like that hearing early in the bat? He's just trying to go yard. I think that's what's killing him. It looks like he's over swinging right now. He's not staying within himself. He's got so much power, but he's trying to hit it to the third deck in right field constantly. And I feel like that might be a slight hang up right now with him, as you saw him get jammed right there for an out.
Yeah. He's pressing. He's still pressing. I don't know how long until that changes when he doesn't press. I still want to see that first Citi Field home run. We almost got that yesterday, but you know, that's going to be the first probably moment that he breaks through, and I'm not too worried at the end of the day.
We got this from David. What's up, fellas? David, thanks for checking in, brother. Hope all is well with you on this fine Tuesday night. As the 1-2 from Alonso is about to come in from Ross. Ross has been pitching well for them. I mean, think about that. Who would have thought that? This murderer's row with the Mets cannot seem to put anything together. And let's Be honest, that one inning, the bad stolen base attempt, that kind of killed a lot of the mojo as a 2-2 comes in.
Yeah, got thrown into a game when he really wasn't supposed to be in that early.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how much that affects pitchers when you're expecting to face a guy, Suarez, at least 2 times through the order. He comes out, you're facing a long man that you didn't game plan against him, but it's not like a lot of people haven't faced him. He's been around for a while, but 2-2 to Alonso well outside. But I'm wondering if that kind of messes with the hitters. It's almost as when a rookie comes up for the first time and you're not really sure what he's going to throw at you and you didn't game plan for it. I'm wondering if that's kind of played a little bit of a role. The 3-2 to Alonso here.
Gets in your psyche, no doubt. I mean, anytime you're thrown into a game that early, you're expecting as a batter to see guys multiple times, and it's good for the Mets, but it's unfortunate for Philly. I'm not going to wish anything on an injury, but yeah, it's good. Alonso 3-2, 2 outs. Best Mets hitter at the plate.
Ooh, did that hit him?
Fouls back.
Where did that hit him? Oh, he's hurt. There we go.
You're ahead of me.
I'm just hoping it didn't hit his hand.
Yeah, hits Pete.
Even Keith right there is gasping a little. Looks like he's all right walking it off here.
Scary.
Where did that hit him? The ball kind of almost, it didn't deflect. It kind of just deadened. I'm guessing it's a forearm maybe. Oh, like it deflected off his elbow and then hit his forearm.
Ugh. He's tough. He's a tough cookie, Pete.
I know. Ian says Jet Williams. I know that is also Dan's favorite prospect. Might be the truth. I'll tell you this. I got a couple beautiful Jet Williams cards that I will not get rid of right now. But I've been calling on him for a while. I don't know what he's doing down in the minors. We can take a peek at it in between innings.
St. Lucie had a walk-off walk just now. Yeah, Jet Williams been doing solid. Gilbert's been really doing well too.
Yep.
It's early. It's early.
Our prospects finally doing what they're supposed to do. I would love to see Vientos take one deep right now.
48 at bats, 292, 346, 909 OPS for Mr. Jet Williams.
Jeez.
So he walks a lot, gets on base.
To deep right. Did he get all of it? The right fielder's looking up at the wall. Oh, he almost got it. And the catch is made by Castellanos. Oh, man. That would have been a nice truth bomb right there, huh?
Jeez. You're not kidding.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
But Dan, I will say this: it's very nice to see some of these prospects that we've been anticipating for how many years now starting to come to fruition. You see Gilbert tearing it up in AAA. Jet Williams is in AA right now, I believe. He's down in Binghamton. So he's doing what he's got to do. He's on the fast track. I could see him by next month potentially moving up to AAA if he's tearing it up. The Mets are clearly high at him. I know he's only 21 years old. As of now, he'll be 22, but he's been in the farm system now. This is going on year 4. So,
yeah,
they drafted him out of high school, shortstop, first round pick. A lot of praise to him.
Definitely.
Hopefully he can continue.
For good reason. Play him up the middle. You could play him in center field, which is great. You're going to have that question at the end of the week with Alvarez coming back and McNeil coming back this Friday. They're both should be back the first game of this National Series coming up. So,
yep.
Azokar definitely on the block. Beatty on the block. Not Danny Young or Brazoban at this point. I think they're probably going to stay pretty solid with the bullpen, but yeah, Azokar is probably not here.
It's going to take a lot tonight, I will say. So I want to give a quick shout out. Madeline, how you been? Hope all is well. Let's go Mets. You guys are awesome. Love this live chat play-by-play. Appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
We're not claiming to be experts. We're just fans hanging out with other fans. That's something that we've been doing, started this year. For a lot of you guys, I don't know if you know this, Metcast has been around for years, but we really started getting into YouTube this
Yeah.
year. We wanted to establish on other platforms, over on X, Instagram, even Facebook. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't notice this, but our Facebook is our biggest audience right now. It's incredible what's going on over there. I was looking earlier today, Dan. It's like over 1,000 new followers just this week from our live streams, showing the love over there, and we appreciate it so much. It's cool. It's a different audience. And when I talk to the people over at Facebook, and no offense to the people over at Facebook, it's a little bit older of an audience, as I can see by the analytics. I almost feel like I'm talking to my dad about the game. And my dad is the one who got me into the New York Mets. He apologized for me for making me a Brooklyn Nets fan, a New York Jets fan, and a New York Mets fan. But things have finally turned around. The Mets communities are over on Facebook. I could tell you this, if you're not following, I'm not even saying to follow us, but there's several communities over there. They're great communities. People talk about the game all the time, and it's positivity. X, unfortunately, could be a little bit of a negative area, the younger crowd, and Instagram as well, but they have constant chat communities over there, and they're really cool. I'm in a couple of them. I engage on them daily, and it's just overall a great experience.
Second that. The audiences, these platforms definitely skews certain ages. But you learn the audiences, and we're appreciative of all the audiences here. And we're just happy to be doing this, have a platform to speak. We're fortunate. We're blessed. We don't take it for granted. Some people do. They just get up here and talk and try to collect a paycheck. It's not why we're here. Respectfully, we have jobs on the side too. We have lives. Ray has a wife, a kids, and everything. So
yeah,
it is a little bit of give and take, but yeah, let's go Mets, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, we got one of our members actually checking in. Joey, shout out to you, man. Love the live. Thanks. All love, fellas. Yes. Joey's one of the members here over at Metcast. You get some exclusive perks. I know you could join only over on YouTube and on Facebook. We have a few subscribers over there as well. Some of our guests that we're going to be having on, hopefully Ernest is able to join us on Thursday, might take one or two questions from the audience in regard to the Mets farm system, as he is an expert on the Mets farm system. And in order to get your questions answered to those one or two questions, you have to be a member. Member is only like $2 a month, but it's able to take our super fans, put them on the side, and give them that extra little perk that we offer. Nelson says, "What's up, Dan?" What up, D? What is that? What up, D? Oh, probably saying, someone in the chat. What's up, bro? D, hope all is well. Hope you're going well. Down
there. We
what
go.
Is that for a second? Are you surprised they took out Canning after, what was it, 82 pitches?
Not really. I mean, I would have liked to keep him in another inning, to answer your question, but I get it.
Brazoban does what his Achilles heel is, man.
Walks.
Right there is why I leave Canning in.
Yeah, 6th inning might have been a little early, but
I assume they're going to try to get two in on him.
Sure.
Yeah, we got the meat JT Realmuto, who's finally having one of his, real down years, which most players actually have. What is he? He's around 240, a little under 240. First pitch, ground ball to Vientos, throws to Acuna at second, off bounds at first, and he gets JT Realmuto as Acuna gets taken out over at second base. What a turn by Acuna there. That strong arm, Dan, gets shown off time and time again, and that is why he should be our starting second baseman. As you watch this replay, he jumps in the air to avoid getting taken out, throws a laser over to Alonso to get JT Realmuto. The speedy, might I add, who gets stolen bases, JT Realmuto. What a play turn by Vientos Acuna for the 5-4-3 double play.
Love it. Love it. No real complaints there. No real pushbacks. That's just not good footwork by Acuna. If we're being really in the weeds about it, he should have just came across the bag. But again, I'm not in the big leagues, so I shouldn't really be talking. But yes, great play all around. Mets get the double play. But
I give him a little bit of a pass. It's not his natural position. I'm sure
it's another reminder too, and it's a greater point here. where you see it today, even on the bases where he got thrown out at third. We saw it when he was covering first base the other night as there's a base hit through the left side. Boom, with a base hit. But yeah, Acuna, just constant examples of not really being locked in. I don't know how else to
I
say
don't
it.
think it's his natural position. I don't think
No, it's not
before
even
this year he's
that.
ever played second. So maybe
It's not
there's a
even that,
learning
Ray. It
curve
just
there.
he needs still to develop, and he can develop at the big league level. I'm not saying send him
Mhm.
down, but there's clearly growth that needs to be seen. Just boneheaded plays from him that he shouldn't be, you know, the physical mistakes you can live with, not the mental ones. So it's fine. I'm not knocking him at all. It's just want to
It's
be
hard when you're
transparent.
learning a new position at the major league level. I saw during warm-ups today that he was actually shagging fly balls in center field.
Love it.
He looked pretty good out there. I don't want to say the smoothest. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys, but you could clearly tell if he practices a little bit there, he'll be just fine there. And that's my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely.
Griffin Canning lowers his season ERA to 3.12. So him and Clay Holmes now both have ERAs in the low threes, which is great for 4 and 5 starters there.
Yep. Yes,
Hopefully that
sir.
play I gave didn't confuse everyone. I was trying to be clear. Sometimes it's a little difficult there. Do you guys think we need another bat from Alexander? Alexander, thank you for chiming in, brother. Hope all is well with you tonight. In my opinion, as of right now, maybe Dan feels different. I do not think we need another bat right now. It's too early. You have some pieces in McNeil and Alvarez coming back. So let's see. Let's get those two guys back, in my opinion, and then see what we got. If McNeil comes back and he's hitting and Acuna moves to center field, or I actually think McNeil might actually play center field. If McNeil comes back and he's hitting at center and Acuna continues to do what he's doing, where are you placing that bat? Maybe a full-time DH stand you potentially trade for, but outside of that, I'm not totally worried right now about adding a bat.
Neither am I. There's no need to get a bat this early. Trade deadline, sure, you can go out and address it. You're right about McNeil and Alvarez. Those are the two real big bats. Mauricio's still a big bat on the horizon, but other than that, I think this team's fine. We're waiting for the offense to pick it up. It's not like we need more offense. We're just waiting for the offense that we have. So, yeah, pitching, you have a case. If you want to say, all right, let's add a big arm at the trade deadline, sure. But I don't think we need a big bat. 3-2 count.
Yeah, I think this year you're going to prioritize either swinging for the fence and adding a major pitcher. Which there was a great article today. I'm going to see if I can find it. I was reading it earlier. I was going to do a video on it. I just didn't have time. Forgive me, everybody. But there was an article on talking about Brandon Sproat and how he may be ready very soon to come up to this. Or as Brazaban gets the big strike 3 of Rojas to end the 6. So Brazaban gives up that early walk, able to strand over at first base onto the bottom of the 6th, Dan.
Love it. Love it. You call on Brazaban, you get an answer. That's kind of the name of the Mets bullpen so far this year, but solid. Keep it moving. 2-1 game. Don't take it for granted. Sure, this could be a 3-1, 4-1 game, but right now it's just about passing on the baton. And I don't know who would come in next. You could start to limit some of the options, but Budo, a name not I wouldn't recommend right now. Same thing with Danny Young, but
Stanek would probably be available.
Reed Garrett only threw 12 pitches last night, so he could hypothetically be available today. But we'll see.
Is Stanek available?
Yeah, he should be. I don't. How many
He's
pitches did he throw yesterday? That's the thing. He might be over. But Garrett should be fine. Let me check.
Yeah, while you're doing that, let me add us over on Instagram. I always forget that, and then they come on midstream and people start yelling at me.
So, yeah, last night. Yeah, sorry. Stanek's perfectly fine for tonight. It was Kranick, excuse me. He had 36 pitches. Yeah, he was the one that got the big workload. Diaz only had 11 pitches. He should be fine if we need a save. But it's really Garrett who you would use back-to-back if you need to. And then, yeah, everyone else should be fine. You have Young good to go, Budo good to go, Stanek good to go. And that should be about it. But those are questions we're going to be having pretty soon. I mean, I know Nunez got roughed up this week in AAA for anyone who's been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but, I don't think the Mets are in a big rush to get Nunez back. If you need
Has he
to
been on and off, or is he?
he's been on and off. Yeah, I don't know collectively. Let's see.
Where's his velo at? I haven't been paying attention to him 100% as Marte gets ready to
Velo's
come up.
fine. Velo hasn't really been much of an issue.
Yeah, and then really quickly, I want to welcome everybody in over on Instagram. Thanks for joining our live stream as we're heading to the bottom six as Jordan Romano comes in. We shall light this guy up. 15 and a quarter ERA, 1 for 2 in saves.
We need a
7
live
and
scoreboard,
2/3
Ray.
innings, 13 hits allowed, 4 walks. Dan, this guy's given up. His whip is well over 2. Time to light it up as Marte drives the ball to deep right, but Castellanos going to settle under that, of course. I'll tell you one thing, a player that's getting a pass right now, well, are we allowed to call a spade in here as we always do, is Starling Marte. Currently hitting 179 entering the game. I believe, what is he, 0 for 2 today? So his batting average is in the low 170s, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. He only has 7 hits on the year as of right now. That may be a bat where the New York Mets, if they can't find a trade for him, Dan, they might just eat the rest of his salary this year and say sayonara.
I was trying to do the math. Funny you say that too before, because what are we through? 10% of the season, give or take, 20
Yes,
games.
he's been paid about $2 million.
$2
Probably owed
million.
about 19 and a half,
Right.
right around $19 million.
So it's really not that much. Something to consider. But we've been saying this for long enough. Trade Marte. I think at this point the Mets value him as a bat the same way we value him as a bat, which is a veteran one off the bench, late game, occasional start here or there, like tonight or something. But overall, it's just about getting to the postseason, and that's really where the value of Marte comes to life. Other than that, I don't really know why he's around. There's really no reason to have.
Well,
Marte.
he's making a lot of money. Otherwise, I think he would have been
I
gone.
get it, but
this kid throws hard for 90 miles an hour for a guy who's got 5 1/4 ERA.
Should have got him from Toronto, Jordan Romano.
Who's the guy that just got DFA'd? What was it, from Cleveland?
Tristan
Trying
McKenzie.
to remember. Sorry, guys. I keep looking here at Dan.
Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah. What's going on with him? I know a lot of Met fans are saying let the lab work, but
Definitely.
I will say this. One thing I'm not a fan of. I personally feel that the lab is good in the offseason. That's what it's good for. As Terrence is 2-2, gets the delivery and strikes out in a slider well outside. Yeah, Romano's looking good. So much for getting to this guy. But, that's how I look at it. I feel like if you're going to get somebody in the lab, you got to get in the lab in the offseason. That's why Brazaban's looked well in his initial stint in 2025. As Taylor steps in.
Yeah, Taylor's been solid. Minter getting loose. So it'll be Minter who comes in.
Is Schwarber due up? Who's due up?
Let's see for them.
Yeah, top of the order's coming up.
Yep. Stott, Turner, and Harper. Philly's a good team.
That's going to bite us for years, allowing this kid to walk.
Wheeler, yep.
As Hernandez goes the one that got away right on the broadcast. That's the 2-1 inside to Taylor. Hopefully Taylor can get on here. Then got Lindor coming up.
Yeah, so
not Lindor.
Minter, Stanek, and Diaz. Yep. That'll be the bridge.
That was a strike, and he didn't get the call.
Pissed.
Oh, that's 100% a strike.
Acuna up. 0-for-1 with a walk.
Oh, Taylor's going. First pitch, no throw, Dan.
Love it.
Hey, Romano's got some weird delivery, man. He looks like it takes forever to get to the plate.
Right. Look at that. The Mets being aggressive. Who would have thought?
Wow,
Yeah, Acuna's earned his
34 stolen
spot on
bases
this
on
team.
39
I'm not.
tries.
When Friday rolls around, I'm not concerned about his name being sent down, but Beatty at this point, definitely.
Romano struggling to find the plate as he falls down 3-0 to Acuna.
But I think as Okar too. I mean, I just see him on deck there. I don't know what the future is for a guy like that. He's out of options, and you have 7 outfielders with McNeil coming back. There's just no way that Azokar's here.
Oh yeah, I agree.
There's no way.
Unless he hits and Marte, could it be Marte?
I just don't. That's not a $20 million move, It's so tricky.
What you prioritizing winning or not? Is it 3-1 to Acuna with ball 4, ground ball to shortstop. Acuna's busting. Oh, scooped out by Harper.
Looking like Pete over there. But
yeah, Acuna swung at ball 4 there.
Yeah, Zokar Ray, I just don't I don't see the value because it's just another right-handed bat. It doesn't really do much for you defensively. Yeah, on a night like this where Nimmo's off his feet, sure, as Zokar goes to left, it makes a lot of sense. But in a perfect world, let's be honest, who is going to left when McNeil needs a day or when Nimmo needs a day off? It's McNeil. So it's not going to be a Zokar. I think that's what they're kind of doing. They're giving Azokar the run. They'll give him these couple nights.
He's the kind of guy that you DFA, and I don't think anyone claims him. And you could throw him back in AAA.
He was with the Padres. I was looking it up before. He's had it's just never know. You never know. Being a GM has to be one of the toughest jobs. Of course, a surgeon and a lawyer and stuff, like necessary jobs too. But come on, I mean, to deal with people's careers, to deal with people's livelihoods, to organize a winning team, a sustainable team, and hope that everyone stays healthy, it's very difficult. How are we feeling about the draft, Ray, really quick, too, while we're at commercial tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be having a live X Space tomorrow during the draft. The first round on Thursday, tomorrow night, though, if you're interested. We'll probably be live over here, but if you're a Jets fan, Armando Galarraga, who is an amazing reporter. He's one of these senior reporters for Fox News covering the NFL senior national writer, for Fox Sports, will be on live tomorrow, probably around 7:15 in our X Space. So if you want to follow at JetCast Pod, just like the Metcast sign behind me, just replace the Met with Jet, JETCASTPOD. That'll be over on X, and we'll be having a live X Space as well during the draft. And a lot of excitement's going to come from it. I'm sure we'll have some giveaways in there as well. So if you're interested, and you're a Jets fan, and you want someone to hang out with, we have that over there. As AJ Minter enters the game to face Bryson Scott, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles. He's hitting .309, 2 home runs with an OPS of .823 on the season. Very solid for a second baseman.
Yeah, that big home run last night cut it to 5-4, gave us all the late inning scare, but Mets ended up getting the win. And we're looking at a bridge to the same pitcher who let up that same home run, Edwin Diaz. You're going to have Minter in the 7th. I would suspect Stanek for the 8th, and then Diaz for the 9th. So let's go. This is it. So very good bullpen.
Is there any timeline on Sean Manaea right now?
No, I'm sure you saw him and Montas were throwing today at Citi Field. But yeah.
Bro, this umpire is brutal. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
What
good.
the hell, man?
What are we, April 22nd? I would say Manaea comes back first, as we've talked about, May 14th to the 21st, maybe in that window, and then maybe Montas. Because again, I don't know if
So what's
Manaea
the
is going
current
through spring
rotation? We have
training again.
5 in the rotation. Who's the odd guy out if Montas comes back? Who are you taking out?
Canning and McGill, right?
You're going to take out the guy with the 3 ERA that just
McGill,
shut down the Phillies, or are you going
those
to
would
take
be
out
the
the
two
guy that's got a
names.
1 ERA?
No, I hear you.
As a lazy fly ball to Taylor, 1 out. Oh, go ahead. It's good
Well,
conversation to have.
I think about the names that you're not going to take out. So Peterson, Senga, maybe Holmes, but I don't think they'd mess around with Holmes too much. I think he's in the rotation. So yeah, it kind of boils down to, if you want a 6-man, you keep McGill, you put Canning down, you have Manaea here, you have Senga, you have Montas,
You
Holmes,
have to
Peterson.
DFA Canning.
Yeah, he could.
I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either. They DFA Blackburn before they do that. Because what has Blackburn done? Nothing.
Sorry for the people over on Instagram. One of my friends just messaged me. We don't see those comments live on our video. I got to flop over. Unfortunately, our system doesn't allow that. My boy Rob over there, I know he's a big Yankee fan, checking on Instagram. So I don't even know if I want to see his comments here. I see a few people commenting over there. Appreciate you guys reaching out. But if you want to have your comments read, head on over to YouTube, because we read those comments and the comments from Facebook. Sometimes the comments from X, but primarily from the channels over there.
2-1 to Turner.
Delivers a 2-1. Yep. Oh, that was driven right field.
Soto on his horse.
A lot of balls to hit to the warning track tonight.
Oh boy, Soto. Yeah, a lot of hard hit balls tonight for sure. Wind's carrying a little bit, swirling, but nice conditions today. It was beautiful for anyone who was outside a little bit. 70 degrees. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice today. I took my daughter. I have one of those carriages that attaches to the back of my bike. I took my daughter on a bike ride today to the park.
That's what's up.
Zach, what's going on, my guy?
Zach, yes, sir.
Hope all's well with you, bro. Been a minute, dog. Been a minute.
Had the pleasure of meeting Zach and Ray for the first time on opening day at Citi Field. That was a lot of fun. Mets got a nice win. Pete Alonso, nice home run.
Yep. Oh, Harper looked brutal on that cut. I will. Gary's saying that the Mets will try to stay away from Diaz if they can, but I don't see how you could avoid him if it's a 1-run game. Yeah, Canning did look good. I wish the Mets would have kept him for one more inning. It was at 82 pitches. As the 0-2, well outside. That's just me. I mean, if it all works out, it all works out. But when you have guys that are limited in the pen, as the Mets do right now, I think it would have been positive for the New York Mets to try to get another inning out of Canning. But it is what it is. The 1-2 from Minter to Harper. Oh, we just got the end of it on that slider away. They're pounding him with those cutter slider combination on the outside. Yeah, so they're saying Kranick and Garrett both not available.
That's crazy.
Here we go. 1-2. Strike 3. 96 right by Harper. As we all know, if anybody's been a Met fan for a long time, Harper has never done crazy good against us, because typically we have those hard throwers up and away. We all know he's vulnerable there, and vulnerable for years there. And Minter comes through there. Huge 3 out stand.
Huge, Ray. Love it. shut down their best player.
Zach,
Keep
I'll
them,
throw you out.
keep keep the momentum on your side if you're the Mets right now, and that's great. Minter coming in doing his job, pass it along to Stanek, and then I don't really like the idea that Reed Garrett throws 12 pitches yesterday and you can't use them the next day. I think that's horse crap. Excuse my English, but that's just awful. I don't. It's the world we live in, but I get Kranick obviously not going. He had quite the outing yesterday, but yeah, Diaz set it up for him, and he's been perfect in his save situations. He's 6 for 6, I believe, or 5 for 5, whatever it is for Diaz this year. So it hasn't been pretty though. I mean, there's been a lot of rough games in there, and it's just it is what it is with Diaz. You got to live and die with it, but it's not great. It doesn't get you excited. So I don't know what's going to happen, but that's a question too. This offseason, what do you do with Diaz's opt out? And that's hanging over his head. And you're not going to find many better closers, though. That's the other thing too, because it's such a premium position.
I just talked to James, who we've had on here on a live last week or earlier this week. I'm trying to remember, but he's at the game right now. He says the place is absolutely rocking. It's electric. Reach exactly what he said. Great turnout for a Tuesday night in April. Place is rocking. Great to see.
Love to see that. And James, shout out to him. Everything he does, Mets coverage on Instagram. Go check it out. But yeah, that's great. And for the Mets to be packing the house the way that they are, again, in a Tuesday, April game.
Yep.
You've never seen this in your life. I've certainly never seen this in my life. It's great. It's the Juan Soto effect.
Yeah, let's hope, Jonathan. Let's hope. See if we can get a shot here. Jose Zokar, 2 for 5. The blunder on the bases earlier today probably cost us a run, if we're being honest. First and third, 1 out. Lindor's up. Sack fly, ground ball. A lot could have happened there. Lindor and Soto. So Stanek's going to go in the 8th, it looks like. Look, if Diaz is available, I go to him, man. 100%. A Zokar blue pit and out. Center field. Damn. As we're going to come back around to the top of the lineup. I just got a text. You could sense the crowd is waiting for a big moment.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's 2-1 game against division rival. You feel the electricity in the building through the phone even, but yeah, it's you just got to get that big hit, and if they don't, then it's going to be a nail biter to the finish. But yeah, you would hope that someone just comes through with a big swing, aka Francisco Lindor.
Run. Sorry about that.
Just Lindor would.
How about Lindor's average all the way up to 297? It's like old glimpses of Lindor here. Yeah, we got nothing in 2 here. It would be nice. Soto get his first Citi Field home run. He's got 3 games left in April and to end this game to hit his first Citi Field home run. Banks throws it away on Lindor on the short chopper. Lindor to second as he pulls up there. So I'm assuming they'll give Lindor the hit and he'll advance on the error. You must be slightly ahead. Oh, yeah, from last year. Hey.
I'm bringing that back. Hell yeah. But whatever they do now, it's, they get it going. But let's go. Yeah, definitely an error.
Up exactly what I said. The official score, they gave Lindor the hit, bringing his average over 300, and he advances on the error. All right, people, let's go. Let's speak this Soto into fruition. Dan, do not spoil this for me. Hit pause really quick.
Yep.
You were like 3 seconds ahead.
All right.
They're showing Soto or the relief pitcher. They're going to switch off of him right now.
Yeah, we're close enough. Now you're ahead, but it doesn't even matter. Let's go.
Keith's like, it's an E1. Come on, Keith. Damn it.
I got that corny Kevin James going. I love it.
He's been doing that same one for forever. How about get him a real jersey if he's going to do that, huh?
And Salicata calls him a fake fan.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
He thinks everyone's a fake fan. He also thinks Soto sucks.
Sal gets so much
This is
crap,
the big
bro.
moment. That place is rocking. You can hear the crowd right now. Shout out to the over 200 people that are with us live right now. We know you got other options, but you're coming to chill with us as the 0-0 to Soto down. You know what we haven't seen since the first game, Dan? We have not seen a Soto shuffle, which tells you how he's not locked in right now.
I'm waiting for it, right?
Soto's got, if I'm Soto here, I got to be looking to that left center field gap. 1-0. Strike, but they didn't call it. It's called low. I don't know what is MVR.
He gets some of those calls, but yeah, no, that's a.
What is MVR? Most valuable referee. I have no idea. 2-0 to Soto. Oh, comebacker off the pitcher. Turner's got it and fires out at first base. He's pulling off the ball. He knows it. Look at his face walking back to the dugout, Dan. He knows it. He's trying to launch every pitch to Jupiter.
Crazy. And MVR, mound visits remaining. Damn.
That's why has it on the scoreboard. John says some of my best, I'm assuming you're saying memories, were at Shea. My son's middle name is Shea. You know, that's pretty cool. Wardy's child's name is Shea as well, I believe. Damn, man. It's like, if we're being honest, and I didn't expect Soto to struggle this much. I know it's still quote unquote early, but you know, what are we, 25 games in now? It's kind of like, you know,
Still early.
It is, but we're not seeing signs right now. Usually you're looking for something that he's correcting his swing. He said the other day he found something in his swing. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Steven writes, nothing better than the Mets win than with the Yankees loss. How about let's win first, bro? We got to win first. How about that? We got to win. Oh, man. Anybody else have the jitters? I would love to take another from Philly. What are we up right now? 2 in the division?
3-4 now.
Well, this isn't a win yet.
Well, 3 as of this morning.
Oh, God, Zach, I'm going to launch your ass to Jupiter. Dan, I already know Ray's answer. Do you bench Soto, let him get a breath? Like give him a day, I'm guessing?
No. I hope you're not serious
Zach
here.
smoking that good stuff right now, huh?
I've heard, but to give Zach some credit here, it's not the first time I've heard
I'm going to
that.
show you guys something really quick. This is our boy James at the game right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah, James.
Center field.
Actually, look, that's a great crowd for a Tuesday night.
Sure. But, you know, I've heard some people bring up the point that Zach's bringing up where, hey, let's bench Soto. Let's give him a mental health day. Let's give him a day off. Let's give him a week off.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. I mean, not to say, you know, a day off, I get it, Zach. Like, I can maybe understand that once in a blue moon, but I want Soto playing as much as humanly
I
possible.
agree. I want to see him get out of it. This is a battle test. This is a long-term relationship we got going on here, right?
Yeah. Come on, Pete.
Guys, and if you're watching right now over on YouTube, as everybody knows, 1 like equals 1 let's go Mets, and you got 2 answers here. Yes, you got to believe as Pete takes it outside, or no, I like the Phillies.
The
Choose
lucky
one,
Pete
choose
Alonso jersey.
wisely.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh, he
sir,
was right
Pete.
to left field, and that's going to get
Yes,
down.
sir,
Against the
Pete.
wall, going to
Yes,
score a
sir.
run as Pete heads for
Yes,
second base. The throw comes
sir.
in. Pete slides easy at second base. The crowd is going nuts
Yeah,
as
let's
the New York Mets take a
go.
3-1 lead. Pete Alonso
Woo.
stays hot, gets down, drives it to left field, picks up another ribeye steak,
The
Dan.
lucky Alonso jersey lives on. Pete
Watch him
Alonso.
drop that bad head. What a drop of the bad head right there.
Holy
Left
crap.
fielder's got no shot as Alonso points to the dugout while he rounds first base and slides safely into second. You could tell he's feeling himself right now. Now it's time for Vientos. Let's go. Little hit to right field, Vientos. The 0-0, well up. 1-0.
Let's go, everybody. Let's go, Mets. Yes, sir. Pete Alonso. He's words can't even, the season he's having is just unbelievable. Really is. Bottom 7th, Mets now lead the Phillies 3-1.
RBI leaders in National League. Pete Alonso's number 1. Former New York Met Wilmer Flores number 2. 25 and 24. Who would have thought we'd be saying that? But Wilmer's carved out a pretty solid career for himself over in San Francisco as Vientos steps into the plate today. 1 for 3 with that RBI. He's still hitting below 200, but looks like his swing is finally starting to come around as he calls timeout.
City Field's back.
Ian, he is using ambush hitting right now, and he seems to be guessing right time and time again. For anybody who's a fan of MLB this show, as Vientos takes a 2-1 well outside. Ambush hitting, which takes you down 2 levels, and he's rocking, baby. Great to see.
Shout out to Ian, too, who just commented he was at Binghamton tonight watching the Rumple Ponies play. So some good stuff from him. But,
Vientos just chased a brutal ball 4 there.
Goes to Binghamton, so it's easy to be close.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
I want to get down to the 3-2 well outside. Here we go. Oh, that's not nice, Michael.
I got sunshine.
And the table is set for the boy Jesse Winker, who launched one to the moon. 205. He's got that 1 home run the year. His OPS is below 700, but let's take a good look at this home run.
Jesse Winker.
He knew he had it, Dan, as he does the Sammy Sosa skip to my Lou.
Got the Jesus hair and everything just after Easter. Yeah.
Let's see the 0-0. Well inside, the ball gets away from the catcher, and the both runners will advance to second and third.
Let's go.
While we're going really quick, Tongue from Ian. Tongue was good, Dan, but got into some trouble and used a ton to get out. I think 8 Ks through maybe 4, but 90 pitches. His stuff though was phenomenal. He'll put it together, but the stuff is there. A joy to watch as Winker takes up for ball 2. Jet Williams had a day as well. We were talking about that earlier. Jet Williams, my favorite prospect amongst all Mets prospects, hitting wise. Obviously, we all love Brandon Stroh, but I love what I'm seeing from Blade Tidwell. They just walked Jesse Winker intentionally after falling behind 2-0 to get to Torrens. Let's see if Mendoza makes a move here. You got Nimmo on the bench. But nope, Torrens is going to come to the plate. Very interesting. You just had a Nimmo has a bat and his helmet on, but looks like he's not going to get it. It might bad for Taylor, but interesting. You just had a guy throw a ball to the backstop, miss brutally on ball 2, and now he's pours fastball over for strike 1. Of course, it's like, why would you do that when little hit to Renz? Come on. 0-1. Ooh, that was a bad chase. You sound like Keith there when someone gets a big hit.
Spaghetti-O.
Base hit to left field. There we go. Left fielder comes up firing. Play at the plate. 2 scores. It's off the line. Torrens with a huge RBI single to left field. The Mets take a 5-1 lead, Dan.
Let's go. Talk about timely hits. Talk about producing right in the moment. Backup catcher doesn't matter. This is everything for the Mets. Next man up mentality.
That's right.
Go.
Let's go, Mets. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
What a clutch hit there for Torrens. And that's what some players give you, Dan, when you show you trust them the way Mendy just showed how much he trusted Torrens there to come up in a big spot. 5-1. Taylor will bat for himself. Torrens spikes the bat. I would not recommend doing that because it'd come back up and hit you right in the noggin. Seen it before, but let's try to pour on it again. Up Taylor, bloop. And that's going to be an out to Harper at first base. But the New York Mets capitalize, scoring 2 runs.
Let's go.
Oh, 3 runs. Excuse me.
Mets now lead the Phillies 5-1. Yeah, a couple of things.
Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I noticed we grew by about 75 people in the last couple innings. Appreciate you all coming in here. We know you have options, but if you're enjoying this content, give us that thumbs up. Show your appreciation. Like, we appreciate you guys. I love when I don't know why StreamYards, when you say give a thumbs up like that, fireworks go off in the background. That's a thing of StreamYard. Let's get this and let's spank some more Philly ass.
Let's go.
Madeline, I'm not sure if they're up 5-1. Will Mendoza do what he did yesterday? Go to the bullpen, try to not use Diaz, end up having to use Diaz, or do you just go to Diaz with the 4-run lead potentially, depending on what happens here with Stanek, and close them out and say, you know what, we took the first 2 and go for the sweep tomorrow with no Diaz. But remember, you do have the off day on Thursday. That might be taken into consideration here.
Definitely.
Zach says, so now Stanek for 2. I don't think they're going to for 2.
I don't think
Madeline, we appreciate all your support. We definitely do. We got this from Mo. Mo, shout out to you checking over in on X. The Luis Torrens situation reminds me of Ben Rice. Get out of here with that Ben Rice bullshit. When Alvy come back, where is Torrens going? When Stanton comes back, to be honest with you, I don't care about what's going on with Ben Rice and the Yankees. I know he's hitting, he's lighting it up. Good for the Yankee fans over there, but I really think the New York Mets are going to split time. It seems like Mendy or David Stearns alluded to Torrens getting the majority of play, at least at first, as Alvarez makes his way back. Maybe, just maybe, if Alvarez, and Dan, I would love to get your perspective on this, if Alvarez turns out to be the hitter that we all thought that he could be, was supposed to be coming up. Remember, he was supposed to be the Mike Piazza of catcher coming up, widely regarded as a top 5 prospect in all of baseball, and Baseball America had him at one point as the number 1 and 2 prospect in all of the major leagues. If he hits the way he's supposed to hit, maybe that's your designated hitter at some point, Stan, as we know what great defense Torrens is playing and has one of the better throwout rates in all of baseball. Maybe Alvarez steps up and becomes the big bopper you're looking for from the right-hand side.
Yeah. Torrens will definitely play at least 1 or 2 times a week. I think he's earned that, but Alvarez earns probably 70-30 in terms of percentage of share at least out of the gate. Same thing with McNeil and any of these other guys. We always lump them together because they're big league players coming back to their real position. So you kind of have to give them the runway to get their legs under them. And to answer Mo's question too, I get the similarities between Ben Rice. You know, when Alvarez comes back, it's easy. You know, Hayden Sanger's going to the minors. He's done his job. He's just done everything right. But Terens is going to be the backup. Alvarez is going to be the starter. When you have a guy like Stanton coming back, I mean, I don't even know. He's just going to fill in as their DH. You saw him taking swings today. I think the Yankees look at him in the same vein too, where he's a big leaguer, and if he's healthy, he's going to play. So I don't know who you replace at this point. Maybe Grisham doesn't become as big of a factor that he is now. He just kind of goes to the defensive side of the ball again, but who knows? Who knows? I love the way the Yankees are playing, though. Same thing with the Mets. Both these teams.
Yeah, both teams are rocking right now.
Yeah. Love it.
As Stanek walks the leadoff hitter. It's always the bugaboo.
Yeah.
To me, it's always about getting that first out. It's always about getting that first out.
6 more.
We got this from Kid Jersey. Thanks for checking in, brother. Hope all is well with you. Yes, let's sweep these punk Phillies. Let's go Mets. 86 vibes with this team. MVP locked up for at least 2 more years. Nunez, McNeil, Alvarez, Minaya only going to make us even better. And Kid, I'll tell you this. I'll add this on. Don't be surprised in 2 months if Brandon Sproat's up here and has a place in this rotation. We'll see. Clay Holmes has been solid. I don't know whether he's going to be on an innings limit. Maybe he's another guy you move into this vaunted bullpen and you go with maybe a 3-headed monster. Sproat proves to be the real deal. You have Kodai Senga, Sean Manaea, and dare I say David Peterson. I mean, everybody's sleeping on him, but he looks like he's just repeating what he did in the second half of last year. You could have legitimately 3 front-end starters adding a Brandon Sproat, or maybe, just maybe, you pull what the Cardinals did in 2006. You knew Adam Wainwright was going to be a starter long-term, but he came in, ended up being their closer, helped them win a World Series. Could Brandon Sproat be one of those guys who he throws 100 miles an hour?
Wow. What a play.
Oh,
wow.
He put Sleeping Taylor with the Deacon center. Get Schwarber. Sorry, I lost my chair there.
Wow, what a play.
What a play by Tyrone Taylor in center field, deking the hell out of Schwarber. What a play.
Unbelievable.
Damn, break this down right here.
You have a lazy line drive, center field. Taylor puts the glove up, dekes out Schwarber, who's on first, had too much of a lead.
Over his face, too.
Throws a strike and gets him out. I mean, Stanek's fired up. Nimmo's fired up on the bench with Winker. You got Pete going crazy.
Look at Nimmo right there. My God, let's go.
Yeah, Taylor's earned.
Time to close out some business here. You could tell Stanek's pumped because he just went from throwing 96 to 99.
Wow. You know, and that's why you value defense up the middle. That's why you get, you know, that's amazing.
You're a Phillies fan. You're like, what the hell are you doing?
It's poetry in motion.
Taylor did a lot of outfielders always fake here when they're trying to deke someone like they're going to catch it. And Schwarber read it as a deke. How smart by Taylor that. Look, gives him the deke. He catches up. He stuttered 1 step too long. And one thing that is so underrated, Dan, Taylor's arm. He's been throwing guys out left and right this year.
Mm-hmm. Very underrated. Very underrated. That's why you value, again, defense up the middle. That's just perfect.
I almost launched my chair to my back.
No, I'm taking it back too. That's
man.
Great play. Just a reminder too, like you got to value that. And I value Taylor on this team for that reason. Would Nimmo be able to do that in center field at this point?
Not a shot in hell.
McNeil doing that in center
No.
field? Probably not. Acuna.
Taylor, you know what? Taylor's been one of the surprises of this season. He's hitting a little bit, he's stealing, he's making things happen on the bases, running balls down in the gap, which we've seen, throwing guys out, trying to advance first to third. He's done that a couple times. He gets the deke there. He's proving his worth, and can we give credit where credit's due? I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Ray, you're a little bit of a fanboy." Oh God, why Danny Young? Oh my gosh. Just crapped all over my parade I'm trying to have here. That's one move the Mets need to make, Dan. I'm so sick of Danny Young. And look, there goes the fanboy. You can't accuse me now. So sick of this guy, but we got to give credit where credit's due. David Stearns got Tyron Taylor for nothing. Literally nothing. He's a backup outfielder that could start on probably a couple teams throughout the league, but he proves his worth every single year. Last year, he got hot at the right moment, played solid defense, subbed in for Bader, subbed in for Nimmo. He's just all around. He is the definition of a gritty baseball player, and that's what I love to see. We got this from Mo. New York sports are back. Rangers suck. Sorry. Knicks, they lost last night. Sorry for that, fans.
Oh yeah, Mo.
Mets, Yankees, even Bills are legitimate chip contenders. 100%
St.
there as a
John's.
Jet fan. You know what's wild? As a Jet fan, I'm not a big Bills hater, but I will say this: you are right. New York sports is back. What a freaking play! I am juiced from that.
Yeah, no, that gets you hype, right? And New York sports definitely back. Like even St.
100
John's.
miles an hour on that last fastball from Stanek. Think he's juiced?
Yeah, he's got to be fired up.
I have the best equivalent. Danny Young is this day and age Aaron Heilman. That's what just came to my mind.
Sure.
Panic, man. He's throwing it in there. He just can't finish the guys off right now. Big out by AJ Minter, getting Harper out there. That was huge.
Huge.
I don't know what the heck's going on over our Facebook. This is crazy. Shout out to everybody watching over on Facebook.
Ooh, you.
Can of corn, Dan. Can of corn, baby.
Yes,
on to the bottom of the eighth. Can we pile on another run? I believe we're going to see Soto again here, huh?
Yep.
It's time, Soto.
Come on.
You know what, Dan? You know what? My jersey's upstairs. I was going to say, let me bring in my lucky Soto jersey.
You know I got my lucky Pete.
Man, this is going great right now.
Might just have to wave
Knicks
this.
lost, Met. No, I'm just messing.
Knicks in 5, baby. I'll be at the Garden game 5.
Oh, there you go.
Better be the closeout game.
Could be.
But yeah, I'm just excited for the draft too. See who the Giants select at 3. See who the Jets
You think
select.
they're going quarterback really quick?
Yeah, Shador. If Abdul Carter's there, I mean that's.
Yeah, but it's either you're sold on the quarterback or you're not, right?
Yeah. So I have no idea if they are.
I feel like the reason why I think the Giants are going to go quarterback is because it's going to buy Daboll and those guys another year. If you don't and you get it, you know what I mean? You don't win, you're done.
Sure. Yeah, Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston not going to do.
Zach's back over here. There you go, Zach. Way to be. I'm over here for you. That's right, Zachy boy over there. Dan, Abdul, or Sanders?
Probably.
Carter's a better player in my opinion, but
Well,
if you think he's a franchise quarterback, you have to take him. Because, right? If you don't, because if you draft Carter, Dan, and you don't win 7 games next year, you're losing your job. That's what you got to think.
Right.
Klub, where the hell you been, bro? That's right. Let's go Mets. It's been a minute. Very disappointed in you. Haven't seen you in a minute, bro. But I hope all is well with you and the family. Tyrone Taylor coming into the dugout. Look at that. Nimmo's on the bench. Nimmo's loving it. Stanek's giving the hugs. Everybody's getting in on it. Gotta love it. And the Phillies dugout, they look absolutely miserable. But it's buzzing over there in Citi Field. 8 hits apiece for both teams. The difference is the Mets have been able to do damage with their runners in scoring position. The Phillies have not. The Phillies also have the one error. Both teams, surprisingly, have a brutal base running mistake. Could have cost both teams runs. I think it definitely did cost the Mets a run, as they would have had first and third, one out with Lindor at the plate and Soto up behind him, even though Soto hasn't done much. We all know that. As Acuna leads off the bottom of the 8th, swinging pop fly. Easy can of corn in center field, 1 dead.
Yeah, Stanek just said it was beautiful to Taylor.
891 needs someone on. Yeah, we might not see Soto again.
Buto.
Jose Buto's coming in. I'd rather him than Danny Doodoo, we'll call him. There you go. How was for Dan?
Danny Doodoo. That's the point we're at, Ray. I mean, you get fed up with a guy enough. I mean, you're at that point. I just think they need another lefty, though. If we want to get Young out of the picture, I agree. But then, are we calling up Anthony Gose? Or are we, looking at another lefty? I mean,
right.
Yankees brought in Matzik today. Brought him up.
Oh, base hit for Azúcar right up the middle. Maybe now he'll steal, as Lindor is going to come up, and hopefully Soto right behind him. Dan, who was Brooks Raley just threw for 12 teams, right?
Yeah, that's a name.
I'll take Klub as my left-hander right now instead of Danny Young. He's at
Me
least
too.
a shot. Klub says, "Thanks, bro. I've been slacking. My family has been monopolizing all the TVs in my house, so I've been watching the games on my phone. I can't watch the live at some time." Yeah, I do the same thing. Baby Shark is on upstairs and I am downstairs. That's why I just added a nice Sony downstairs. We just finished my basement. Kind of where I like to watch the games, where now I have it here where my setup is I have you guys here, my iPad right here, my lights around. It's like my little Mets kingdom. And I made sure I was not dumb. I made sure to soundproof this room so my wife can't come yelling down here. You're screaming. Because we all know that's what would happen, right?
Go Lindor.
Zach goes, see Ray, not just me. Zach, I expect more out of you, bro. He said the fans are going berserk. 1-1 to Lindor. Oh, he took the home run hacker right there and swung through that. Oh. One, 2 to Lindor. Bloops this one. This might fall in between. Slide. Did he get it or trap it? No call by the second base umpire.
He called it, I think.
You think you'd hold it up a little longer.
Yeah, no call, though, on the field. Let's see. Did he catch it? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe from our angle, it was a brutal angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in real time, it looked like he trapped it.
All right, Soto, it's your time, bro. Let's show him some love down at Citi.
Ball.
0 for 8 in the series. Wow.
Here's the 1-0 to Soto.
You're way ahead of me, Dan. Ball 2. Another long night. This is a long game again, huh?
It is, Ray. But we're here. We're here at Metcast, you know?
That's right.
Grinding. Got to be up 5 a.m. Doesn't matter. We here.
I'll be out of my house already at 5. Up at 5. I wish. That's like
I hear
sleeping
ya.
in on a Sunday. All right,
Not
3-0
much
to
way.
Soto.
Yeah,
They're
attaboy,
not going to
Soto.
pitch to him.
Let's go.
Pete. Yeah, 6 walks for Phillies pitchers. Pete, let's put this into orbit and shut this game down.
Yep. Pete Alonso goes live here. Everybody who likes on YouTube will get $20 in their Venmo.
Who wrote that?
Me. Is Pete really going to go yard here? I mean, if he does, then I'm
I'm
out
like,
of
where did Dan
paycheck.
go?
Yeah. We'll see. We say, Pete.
Oh,
He's
1.
chasing some of those pitches again, Ray.
They miss outside.
Old habits leaking out for Pete.
Getting a little bit excited. I know. Pete's hitting 353.
1162. It's
Come on, Petey. 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there goes Pete. Peter Piper picked the pepper. He's gone.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? She sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes. BR Walkoff goes, where was Schwarber going?
I did get lucky, Zach. Yeah, no, thank God I didn't.
Oh, on TNT.
It's funny though, those people that do that, like everyone who retweets this gets a free jersey if the Phillies win or something, and then they get like 1,000 retweets. And
Oh yeah,
it's like, oh crap.
My name's Tyrone. You ever see that comedian?
Oh yeah.
I won't say what else he says.
Yeah. Well, family friendly, right? Come on.
Zach goes, Dan got lucky.
Crazy. Almost. Yeah, it could have been bad.
Let's take while we're doing this. Let's see.
So this would be the Mets' 6th straight win at home, and they would go 10 games over 500.
Let's take a trip really quickly around the league while we're here. Rockies, they're going to lose. They're 3-3 right now, but they're going to lose. Phillies, they're getting spanked. How about the Cardinals spanking the hell out of the Braves 10-4 in the 9th right now? Wow. White Sox, they're on their way to lose 100 games again as they're falling. Shocking. Tampa Bay is up on Arizona. That's got to be early. Yeah, they're only in the bottom 2nd right now. Pittsburgh Angels are locked in at 0. Houston up on Toronto. Toronto looks like they're coming back to earth. They're only 1 game over 500. They'll be 500 if they lose tonight. Right now, the Dodgers are bottom 7 with the Cubs. You're probably rooting for the Dodgers there as the Cubs may be a wild card contending team. 10-7 there in the bottom of the 7th. You have the Brewers and Giants stuck on a goose egg in the 2nd over there. Top 1, Rangers, Athletics are 0. The Yankees fall to the Guardians today, 3-2. I'm sorry to say I'm not sad about that. The Padres defeat the Tigers as they move on to 17-7 on the year, 2-0. The Boston Red Sox take care of the Mariners as Boston, who started out poorly this year, has been coming on strong lately as they move to 3 games over 500. The Orioles get shellacked by the Washington Nationals as the Orioles fall to 9-13 on the year. The Marlins take care of business against the Reds. They stay 1 game under 500.
Love it.
Let's get Budo to close this thing out as he delivers a 1-1. Ground ball to Vientos behind the bag. Overhand throw to first base right on time to Alonso to get the out in plenty of time.
1 down, 2 to go.
Steven, tell me something I don't know, bro. The Yankees suck.
We love that chant. Mets Phillies. That's a classic.
Man, if we were in the American League East, we might win it by 20 games.
It's a classic.
Check out the year. Rojas is having 324. Pretty nice. Swings and a miss on the first. What's good is I'm glad to see Nimmo got a day off today. I think he needed it. I think he needed that mental break. I think he needed that just break on his feet. He'll be in tomorrow, and then he'll get another off day on Thursday, which is good.
Good.
Former New York Mets hitting coach Kevin Long trying to teach the Phillies how to hit. Unfortunately, it looks like they've forgotten how to. As Buddha delivers the 0-1 sinker. That was nasty down. Madeline goes, I agree, Ray. AL is very weak. Yup. You know how you know that, Madeline? You look at the power rankings, MLB.com, the top 6 teams are all in the National League. Then you have the Yankees, and the next 2 teams are in the National League. I mean, they had the Blue Jays up there for some reason. The Blue Jays keep losing left and right, but just because they have a top 5 payroll in Major League Baseball doesn't mean anything. They stink just as bad. All right, 0-2 from Budo to Rojas in the dirt. Guys, again, if you're hanging out with us, we appreciate you guys so much. You want to support the channel, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you're really enjoying it, share it with a friend. The more people, the merrier. We love hanging out with you guys, interacting with the chat. It's like hanging out with a bunch of friends. That's how I view it, at least. As Budo gets a strike out of Rojas. Nice sinker inside. But that's how I view it, just hanging out with a bunch of friends, talking, little play-by-play. And, yeah, that's pretty much it with that.
Love it.
Can't wait to see Soto hit against the Yankees in the Subway Series with that short porch he loved so much. Soto hits bombs. I think they go out anywhere. As Bryson Scott steps in, 2 for 4, 2 singles on the day. It's amazing how the pitching has been. I'll tell you this, Klub. You know what? There's a reason why they kept Jeremy Hefner around. And I saw a great interview today on Talking Baseball, and they're like, the Mets are just the new Milwaukee Brewers. David Stearns did this exact thing in Milwaukee. He knows how to fix pitchers. He's got an eye. He's got something on his mind that he wants to tweak here or there. He's just as much as an expert as the next person is, as Budo throws 2-1 outside. That's what he does. That's why he didn't want to give the Corbin Burns that mega contract or the Max Fried 8 years like the Yankees did. He doesn't believe in that. He just doesn't. Maybe homegrown guys, but not guys that are already in their 30s, as Budo delivers the 2-1 outside. Yeah, we got Wheeler tomorrow. That should be a good matchup, man.
Can't wait. Gonna be locked in that game, 110.
Yep.
Peterson tomorrow. Let's go.
Ground ball, shortstop, Lindor across the diamond in plenty of time. And that is the game. The great Howie Rose once said, put it in the books. 5-1.
Let's go.
Mets bullpen holds up. Alonso, probably the player of the game, right next to Griffin Canning, who held this Phillies lineup that's supposed to be a vaunted lineup, who there's still plenty of time, Dan, but great to see. Why don't we pull up the box score here, give it a little whirl.
Let's do it.
4-game lead in division for the New York Mets as they go to, what are they, 17-7 now?
Yep.
Yeah.
10 games above 500, baby. Let's go. Let's go Mets, everybody. I see you guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go Mets in the chat. Let's go Mets.
Let's go.
All right, let's take a look at this box score really quick. That's incredible. So let's give it a quick rundown while we're here. Lindor with another 3-hit game tonight. Jeez. Just a hitting machine. Soto goes 0 for 4 with a walk. Alonso gets 2 hits. You have Vientos with the big RBI double. Marte goes 0 for 2 with a walk. Winker 0 for 0. He had the pinch hit, draws that walk. Terrence with the big RBI single to left field to get him 2 RBIs. Tyrone Taylor goes 0 for 3 with a walk. Acuna 0 for 3 with a walk. And you have Zokara 2 for 4. So what's good to see is the guys who still didn't hit, they're still getting on base with the walks. Now let's get to probably the player of the game, in my opinion, outside of Pete Alonso. Griffin Canning, 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Hey, Oscar Brazaban comes in, gives up a walk, gives up a hit, but comes up clutch. Only gave up 0 runs, over 1 inning. Minter comes in, has a beautiful 1 inning. Stanek, 1 inning pitch, 2 walks, but he's able to get out of it. And Buto obviously finishes it off in the 9th inning for the win for the New York Mets. The bullpen continues to dominate. The New York Mets pitching, Dan, continues to dominate, continuing to lead Major League Baseball with the lowest ERA. Not many people probably saw this coming into the year, but you got to give credit where credit's due. You know that David Stearns identified a couple pitchers that he liked this offseason. We have yet to see Frankie Montas. We'll see what happens with the pitching lab in regard to him. But Griffin Canning's been nothing short of spectacular for this team as his ERA dips to just over 3. Same with David Peterson, who's got that low ERA. Tyler McGill's taken it to another level. It looks as though the Mets pitching staff as a whole has taken it to a whole nother level this season.
Absolutely. Griffin Canning all across the board down to McGill, guys like Holmes. Sure, you want to see more length out of the starters, but it's still April, guys. We're not there yet. You know, people still being built up. We all want to see the 7 innings, and we're all going to get the 7 innings from our starters eventually, but you got to see it through. And right now, Griffin Canning holding his weight. This team is good. The bullpen is good. Sure, Juan Soto, another 0 for, but Mets are winning games, right? I don't care. Juan Soto could never get hit again as long as the Mets are winning. Yeah, we're good.
Let's slow down there, huh?
Yeah, no.
We got this from Madeline in the books. Love you guys. Awesome job. Let's get to division. 10 games over. Let's keep going. George, let's go Mets. Michael, let's go Mets. Zach said, Zach, you're always wanting something. Dan, I think Ray owes us a nice steak dinner since Griffin Canning and Winker are helping this team win. We got a W from Scott Klub. Let's go Mets. Woo, swag. Thanks for giving us a chat over there over on YouTube. Let's go Mets. Let's keep it going. Vientos missed a opposite field hit by a few feet. We need a starter to go. ACJ, we can't be complaining getting a starter past the 5th inning. We have. He should have gone 6 today, but Mendoza decided to go to the pen and while he was at 82 pitches. I'm not going to blame Stanek for that. Stanek needs some days off from Zach. I agree, but we have the off day coming up on Thursday. Tomorrow, you're going to have Edwin Diaz available. I'm assuming Minter's not going to be available. We'll see about Stanek. I don't think he's going to be available as well. ACJ thinks we're blowing out the bullpen arms. I'm not so sure about that. I think they're handling it well. You're also going to have guys coming up and down throughout the minor leagues. You need to get against some of these bad teams. Hopefully we get a couple blowout wins where you could throw Danny Young out there and not be absolutely terrified while he's out there. Goomba, gonna sound crazy, but I'm more worried about the Braves and Phillies. Told you they weren't dead. Well, the Braves lost again today. So there goes that. Bro and Stern. Mike says, Bro and Stearns we trust. Same as last year. What the F to yes? What the F to yes? I love this guy. He just continues to find those diamonds in the rough. Lewis, shout out to you, brother. The Mets win, fire emojis, and the Yankees lose. I say the Yankees lose. The Yankees lose. I always used to do my favorite John Sterling impression, huh? How many Met fans you got in North Carolina? I'm not totally sure, but if you're in North Carolina, I'm sure there's one. And my nephew lives in North Carolina. Hopefully, I know he's a Met fan down there. But that's all we got from people in the chat. Dan, you got anything before we sign off? I got to be up super early.
Great game, Ray. Second game, the Mets officially have now won the series against the Phillies. Citi Field looked rocking. We were happy to keep this with you guys here as we normally do with these lives. We'll continue to have them, and this is awesome. Let's go Mets. Continue to roll. Just keep the games going, keep stacking the wins, and we'll be back before you know it.
Yep. Probably maybe do a recording tomorrow night, as tomorrow's a 1:00 game. I'll be at work throughout the day. I have a couple medicals with my wife happening, so I will not be doing a live tomorrow. Dan, if you're free, I don't know if you are, you could hop on the platform, do a live. I'll check in wherever I can. But another great win, 4 games up in the division, tied for the best record in all of MLB with the Padres and probably the Dodgers after the Dodgers finish off their win tonight. Just keep winning. It's nice to see early success for once, Dan, not having that big gap early in the year. And what's great to see is, think about this. We're doing this all without the ace of our staff, Jeff McNeil, and Francisco Alvarez, who will all be making their way back fairly shortly. And potentially Frankie Montas. We'll see what we have over in Montas. But that's all we got for you today. If you guys are interested in continuing the conversation, I am sure that Dan is going to be having a space over on X. But consider, guys, if you want to join us with some of our guests, subscribing, becoming a member for $2 a month helps to support the channel, but also gets you exclusive access to our guests. We're preparing to have Ernest Dove on this Thursday, who's an expert in regard to the Mets minor leagues. So if you have questions you want answered, what's going on with Blade Tidwell, Nolan McLean, Brandon Sproat, how's Jet Williams looking, how's Drew Gilbert looking, what's going on with Parada, all the know, and you want to get your answers, if you want to get your questions answered, consider becoming a member. But that's all we got for you today. Until next time, let's go Mets.
Peace, everybody.